Hello, my crypto family. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to go over Virginia Senate passes bill allowing state banks to offer Bitcoin custody services. So, yeah, let's give our money to the banks. You hear my sarcasm in that. So, yeah, let's go over this article of what's going on. A bill just passed in the Virginia Senate allows banks to offer custodial services for Bitcoin in either a fiduciary or non-fiduciary capacity once signed into law. So, the Senate of the Commonwealth of Virginia passes a bill allowing banks to offer custodial services for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Banks will adhere to self assessment criteria in order to determine whether or not to offer custodial services. Now, if banks choose to operate as a fiduciary, it requires new private keys to be generated for and held by the bank, while non fiduciary banks allow customers to maintain title and ownership. Now, Delegate Christopher T. Head, the Senate member for the state of Virginia, introduced House Bill 263 in early January 2022 to allow traditional banks operating in the Commonwealth of Virginia to offer custodial services for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. A bank may provide its customers with virtual currency custody services so long as the bank has 26 adequate protocols in place to effectively manage risks and comply with applicable laws, the bill outlines. Now, in order for banks to offer custodial services, they must go through a methodical process of self-assessment, which requires it to be carefully examined the risks involved in offering such services. The bill continues to explain that the assessment criteria stating that expectations of the banks include implementation of effective risk management, controls for the measurement and control of relevant risk, and associate to banks' holdings custody of cryptocurrencies, confirmations of proper insurances in place, and the maintenance of a service provider, oversight programs designed to curtail risks to service providers. The bill seeks to allow banking infrastructure to participate in either a fiduciary or non-fiduciary capacity. Should a bank want to operate in a fiduciary manner, acting in a fiduciary capacity, the bank shall require customers to transfer their virtual currencies to the control of the bank by creating a new private keys to be held by the bank itself. Now, should a bank want to operate in a non-fiduciary capacity in providing such services in a non-fiduciary capacity, the bank shall act as a bailee, taking possession of the customer's assets for safekeeping, while legal title remains with the customer, meaning that the customer retains direct control over the keys associated with their virtual currency. With a total sweep of 39-0, the bill heads for Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk to be signed into law. Now, that's kind of scary right there reading that. Like, it can be signed into law. And then, man, when I read this article, this really just brought me back to thinking, are we just really preparing for the next huge crash that should be coming, not just in the crypto world, but the financial world, the real estate world? Like, literally, it's like 1920s and 30s all over again. Like, around that time, they took the dollar off the gold standard, and then they signed into law that it's illegal to own gold. And then, since it was hard times at those times, people were selling their gold for a loss of profit just to get anything they could just to survive, put food on the table. And just reading this is making me think, like, okay, we're opening up bills and laws now. The banks can have control of cryptocurrencies. They're being able to do that. So when the crash finally does come, which it will come, people forget that we're in a cycle base where usually a crash will happen every 8 to 10 years. We're like 15, 14 years behind. And that last 2008 one was just a band-aid on the bubble itself. But like, when the time comes, it's like, people are going to need to survive. They're going to need food to put on the table. And this is going to give them the opportunity just to give their cryptos to the banks. And now the banks will have a true asset to be in control of. And yeah, it's scary times. Like, this is very scary to see this. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Am I just being a conspiracy theorist on that? Am I just being crazy to think that? But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, could I be on something or could I not? But yeah. So that was a crazy article right there. Yeah, guys, if you like this content that I provide you, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything crypto related. And until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.